All right, y'all. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hopefully, y'all blessed, amazing, great, the whole nine. If you don't know me, my name is Michael Benjamin. I'm the CEO of Consumer Ammunition Tactics, or CAT, as you see the logo right there under or above CAT Credit Retire, your 9 to 5 mentorship. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you do all of that. I'm in a tank top. It's getting hot. It's gonna be a hot summer. It's gonna be a crazy summer if y'all credit bad. So we're gonna take it back to the basics so that y'all know how to build a perfect credit profile. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. Before we get into it, I want y'all to actually know that I do have a mentorship program, as you can see right here. CAT Credit Retire Your 9 to 5 Mentorship. And basically with the mentorship is it's based off of the fact that I was able to leave my chemical engineering 9 to 5 job. I was able to replace it based off of building a profitable credit business. So that's what I teach my mentees to do. But before any of y'all try to book a call, I just want you to know we do not work with cheap people. We do not work with cheap people. So if you know that you don't have 4 figures to invest in yourself, do not book a call. If you know that your credit is bad and you can't take out a loan or get PayPal credit or do something in order to invest in a mentorship, do not book a call, right? Just go tap into all my free videos I've already posted. We got over 1,000. Make you some money from the free videos and then come to us and you'll get to the next level, right? It's levels, right? If you're not there yet, you're not there, right? If you only have a couple $100, it is what it is. That's why we put out so much free information for y'all, because the whole purpose of the free videos that we put out is so that y'all can take the information, better your situation. You can make money, right? Helping people do the same thing. You get enough money, now you come to the mentorship and invest with us. You get any negatives that you have removed from your credit, then your credit is positioned to be able to get an approval. Let's say you get a 0% interest card and I got like a $10,000 limit. Now you're easily able to get into the CAT Credit Retire Your 9 to 5 mentorship, right? If you have 0% interest for at least 6 months, you're going to make a lot of money before the 6 months is up, right? Just implementing off of the information in the mentorship. If you can't make money in 6 months, then there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? So I just say that to say, if you do want to get tapped into our mentorship program, the CAT Credit Retire Your 9 to 5 mentorship, I'm only looking for people that's like me. If you don't know me, I've invested thousands upon thousands of dollars into myself. So if you don't have the credit to where you could take out a loan or a credit card to get in the program, or if you just don't have the funds for it, the mentorship is not for you. We serve people that have money, right? We serve people that have the credit to be able to get the money. So it's basically for people that have been working a 9 to 5. Maybe they don't love their 9 to 5. Maybe they're already making money in their 9 to 5, but they want to be able to do it faster. They want their freedom back, that kind of thing, right? So that's a spiel on that. Get in where you fit in. Same thing goes for our credit repair services. Some people be hopping on the call trying to get credit repair services, and you're trying to get a couple $100. Credit repair services, we have over 1,000 videos. We're not gonna change our prices. It's a 4 figure investment if you want to get your credit fixed by us, right? So don't come around us being cheap. If you want to be cheap, watch all the 1,000 videos we put out. That's why we put it out for you. We put out 1,000 videos for cheap people. So if you're cheap, just keep watching the videos, make you some money, and then come to us, right? So it's levels, it's levels, it's levels. Just remember it's levels. If you're not at that level to where you can have a conversation with us, then you're not at that level yet. It is what it is. All right, free information though. Let's talk about it. How to build a perfect credit profile. How to build a perfect credit profile. So obviously with credit, sometimes you got negative items, sometimes you don't have negative items, but you just got a skinny profile. So today we're going to talk about helping y'all or your clients that have a skinny profile or that just need a build, right? So let's talk about building. So what is perfect? Let's go through it. Perfect means in the eyes of the lender. When I say in the eyes of the lender, I'm talking about the financial institution, obviously. So you go to apply for something at a bank or a credit union. There's certain data points that they want to see. So that's what I mean by perfect credit profile. All right, let's talk about it. So your credit score does not matter. Michael, what do you mean by your credit score does not matter? I mean that your data points are what is going to dictate, you getting an approval or getting denied. And then you got to be aware of auto credit history. So what do I mean by that? So let's talk about data points. Somebody that got an 800 credit score, they could get denied faster than someone that has a 700, just because the 700 person has the correct data points in terms of how it's built out. And we're going to get into that. Somebody bought something on our store. Shout out to digital products. Make sure you get in the CAT Credit Retire Your 9 to 5 mentorship. You see, I'm literally recording the video right now, and people are, buying from our store because we set up the systems to be able to do all that. All right, so auto credit history. So some people think like, okay, I got an 800, I can get whatever car I want. That's not true as well. You got to think about the fact that auto credit history is different from just regular credit history. And what I mean by that is you have like an auto loan score. So let's say, for example, you got an 800 credit score, but you don't have an auto loan. You never paid off an auto loan, right? You don't have that on your credit. Somebody that got a 700, maybe even a 680, if they have like a 30,000 auto loan paid off and it's paid off, paid in full on their credit, they're probably going to get approved quicker than you because they've shown that they can be trusted with the auto loan, right? You might think like, okay, but I got better credit than that person. It doesn't matter because you haven't shown that we can trust you. So that's how you got to look at credit. That's how you got to look at auto credit history. Look at it like, okay, it's about what I can know and prove, right? So that's why you want to make sure that you do have auto credit history as well. You want to make sure that your data points are on point as well, because there's a lot of misconception out here when it comes to building credit. People think that it's just about the score. It's not necessarily just about the score. So that's why I'm putting out this free video for y'all so that y'all can understand it. Part of what I'm saying when I'm saying like don't hop on, a call with my team if you're not ready to make a four-figure investment, this information I'm teaching you that if you don't know the information, right? Obviously, we're going over the basics, but anything that you don't know that you learn, I'm pretty sure it's someone around you that doesn't know the information. So you could literally, I'm not telling you to do it, but you could literally regurgitate what I'm saying, hop on a consultation call with someone. Now you're making money, make enough money to where you can be around us in the cat credit, retire your 9 to 5 mentorship. So you got to I want y'all to think smarter, right? Because a lot of people, they just don't really think about like, how can I monetize, what I'm doing? And I know the way that my brain works is because, I invest in myself a lot. I put myself around certain people to where like I have no option but to start thinking smarter. You feel me? So if you're somebody that's cheap, and I'm just talking to the cheap people out there, maybe you never made an investment in yourself. Maybe you look at like, oh, $200 is a huge investment. If you're a cheap person, I just encourage you to take all the free information I'm putting out here, make some money, and then go invest in something. Even if it's not with me, invest in something, right? Because being cheap is not it's not going to get you far in life. You know, what you put in is what you're going to get out. Your input is going to contribute to the output. So just want to give y'all some gems as far as mindset as we go through the process as well, because I know some of y'all maybe you don't have a mentor figure, maybe you don't have a father figure or something. So just want to serve y'all in any way I possibly can. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you got auto credit history. Make sure your data points are on point. You feel me? All right. So FICO 10T. Why is a FICO 10T important? It's hot. It's crazy. The FICO 10T is important because if you don't know what 10T is, FICO 10T is basically a new FICO scoring system. The T stands for trended data. And the trended data means that they're able to basically look at the last 2 years of your history. So the way that it works right now, let's say you got a late payment on your credit. You go remove the late payment. Then you go apply for something, you're gonna get approved as if you didn't just have that late payment. But with the FICO 10T and when all the lenders start implementing it, the way it works is they could look at the last 2 years of your history. So that makes it scary and that makes it just the reality that's going to be harder to get approvals, coming soon. So that's why I tell y'all, and that's why I stress the fact that you want to fix your credit now. If you need to fix your credit, you want to build your credit now. If you need to build your credit, so that you could apply, leverage it, and go, get the approvals you need to get. You need to understand that credit is there to be used. Credit is there to be used, right? If you're not using your credit, then your credit is useless. So it's like you use your credit. Let's talk about the FICO. What makes up the FICO score? So again, review for most of y'all, but if it's not reviewed, then it's not reviewed. You could literally be teaching class, teaching people how to build credit. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason for you not to get money in 2023. So that's why we don't take any nonsense. If you book a call and you're trying to be like, oh, stuff is expensive. It's expensive continuing to be in your situation. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. What makes up the FICO score? 35% is payment history. Debt owed is amounts owed. That's 30%. Length of credit history is 15%. Credit mix, which is what we're going to focus on today. That's 10%. New credit is basically what's it called? Hard inquiry. So when you apply for credit, you get a hard inquiry, it's 10%. And I want y'all to realize like the name of the game is maximizing your points. When I put out these videos, I want y'all to just think like, how could I do this as simple as possible, right? I'm not trying to run around in circles. talk y'all ears off because, like, you know what I'm saying? What's the point of that? So the name of the game is maximizing your points in each category. So you don't want to leave any points on the table. For example, debt owed, utilization rate. They always say the average utilization rate is 30%. I don't want y'all to think in terms of 30%. If you're watching my channel, if you subscribe to my channel, 30% is average. You are not average. You want to be 9% or less, single digits. So do your best to get to that situation. You should know some ways on how you can decrease your utilization rate. I'm not going to get into that today. All right, let's focus on credit mix. Like I said, so credit mix is like the slept on part of your credit. So that's why a lot of people, when they have like an 800 or 750 and above, and they get denied, they're so confused. Like, oh, why am I getting denied? Because you ain't got no credit mix. You know what I'm saying? So that we gotta focus on that. You want to aim to have at least 10 positive reporting accounts. At least 10 positive reporting accounts. You could get away with like 7 and up. You know what I'm saying? But we just like to say at least 10, just to be safe on the safe side. Before you go for funding, before you apply for anything. If you're trying to get a house, if you're trying to get credit cards, if you're trying to get business credit, through PG, you want to make sure everything's on point. So you want to have installment loans, right? Installment loans. You want to have revolving accounts. You want to have primaries. You want to have AU trade line if you need it. What's an installment loan? An installment loan is like an auto loan. So going back to what I said about auto loan, you want to have an auto loan because if you have a paid off auto loan, even if it's only for a $20,000 car, it looks better versus you having no history because it's like, okay, you got this good credit score, you got a high income, your income could be like $1 million a year. How do we know you can manage it though? What if you're just very financially irresponsible? That's why credit is important. That's why it's good to show that you can prove that you're able to manage these auto loans. So you want to get you auto loans, right? You can look up buying like auto primaries. I'm not gonna get into that, but if you don't have an auto loan paid off, then that's something you can consider. Student loans. So me personally, if you don't know me, I basically like a long, long time ago, when I was 23 years old, I paid off my student loans in 1 year. So obviously, given that, it was in positive status. So I've kept on my student loans. So I automatically already had like 10 accounts just based off of that. So if you went to school, went to college, you got positive student loans, then keep them on there. So one thing people don't know about credit too, sometimes they're like, oh, I just deleted this bad account. Why did my score go down? It goes back to the payment history. Maybe that was an account, maybe that was your oldest account and you had good history on it. It's just you had that late payment. So that's just like a sidebar to keep in mind. Personal loans too, right? So this is basically installment loans. So you want to have personal loans if you can, auto loans, student loans, all that. Revolving accounts are basically credit cards. I personally do not want y'all to get stored credit cards. Do not get stored credit cards. And then primaries. So if you're starting from scratch, this is gonna be like the bulk of where your building is, right? Self lender, kickoff, boom pay, extra debit card. You can literally Google credit unions around your area. Go get you 3 secured loans from local credit unions, and then get you a secured card from local credit union. And obviously, with a secured loan, secured card, with those plays, you have to have money, right? This is why it's important. Like, this is why I tell y'all, like, being cheap is expensive. You have to have money to do things. So take the information from my YouTube channel. Over 1,000 videos. Monetize basically what you're learning from the YouTube channel. Go start building your credit. And then you'll get to the next level. Apple Card, that's a way to build up your credit too. And then AU is authorized user. It's hot. Let me get some water. Hold on. So AU is authorized user trade line. And basically, this is when you're added onto somebody's history. So you could purchase from different places. I actually give my mentees like over 2,000 trade lines, like a resource for that. But if you don't know someone around you that you could be added onto their history, go figure it out. They have places like Trade Line Supply, do your due diligence. But I say that to say, with all of these accounts, you want to do your research, do your due diligence. That will help you get to the next level. If you do your due diligence, you're going to be able to build up the best credit you could possibly build. And most importantly, I just want y'all to remember that it does take time. So hopefully this video is helpful. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, you make sure you subscribe, share this video with somebody that it may be helpful to. I know credit is one of those things where a lot of times there's misinformation out there. And I know a lot of what we talk about on the channel is, using these consumer laws to delete negative items. But I do understand that some of y'all are at the point where you don't have negative items, but you just need to build your credit, right? So build up your credit. And then at that point, I always say the best way to use funding is mentorship. So build up your credit. If you need to take out a loan, credit card, whatever, and then you can come and see if you can qualify with us for that CAT credit, retire your 9 to 5 mentorship, or whatever mentorship you want to get in. But even if it's not my mentorship, I definitely recommend you get into mentorship and do your due diligence, because I know it's a lot of people out here finessing. I know, we don't do that with our mentorship, but yeah, I say that to say just be careful as you're doing your research, who you invest your money with. Good luck building credit. With that being said, y'all have a blessed one.